Oh, boy.
Smokes. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. We are live once again, as we do every week.
In the middle of a goddamn war.
In the middle of a war. That's true, folks. We'll get
Germans.
to that. We'll get to that in a moment. Folks, this is episode 150 of the Producer Lounge.
Oh.
If you don't know what that is, it's our broadcast podcast where we sit here and chat about electronic music production.
Broadcast.
Galcast.
Basscast.
Yeah, whatever cast, arm cast, broke your arm. Doesn't matter. Welcome. Everyone's welcome. Kind of everyone.
Almost everyone.
Enemies right now.
Except our German enemies. They're not welcome.
They are banned from this channel. No, it's not true. So, folks, if you're new, welcome. This is a special episode because we are indeed in the middle of a war. If you missed last week, Tom Finster, Johannes, and the whole Dong Kong Twitch community is against us. They declared war on us. Unprompted, mind you. We are the victims in this. Not that I'm claiming victimhood. We will rise above, obviously.
They bombed us first.
Correct.
So
they drew first blood.
Yeah.
So
they made certain decisions that caused
their downfall.
Yep. We're gonna glass them,
Yeah.
folks. So we're in the middle of it. It started at 1 p.m. our time. That's Mountain Standard Time. So that was about 6.5 hours ago. And we have 24 hours to complete one track as a team. We have 10 people per team. 2 people have to make bass sounds. 2 people have to make harmony and melodic things. 2 people have to make drums. 2 people have to arrange the whole track.
That's me.
And 2 people have to kind of float around everything and do anything. And that makes 10. And together we have to make a track that has 3 drops with 2 breakdowns and an intro. The first drop has to be in the style of Knock 2.
Knock 2.
So
which is
some
a
bass
fun
house kind of shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Second drop has to be Space Laces. So
The rhythm.
the most rhythm main stage you can get. And then the last drop has to be Mr. Wazo.
The weird change up.
Real nice left fucking hook.
Yeah.
And then the breakdowns have to be, the description is, well, I guess we could pull it up, but the description is, I make computer music, but don't make it sound like I'm using real instruments, basically. Which is a pretty fun little vibe, and it has to use jazz harmonies.
Yeah.
Is what we were told.
Which is not my strong suit. So thank God I'm not on harmony.
Yeah, that and we got boys floating around here. Let me pull up the rules here for everyone to see.
Buddy.
Sorry, folks. Here we go.
Wow.
So you can see here. All right, let me get back to my. Oh my goodness, where's the screen? There we are.
Oh, hello.
So, as you can see here, all the different rules: no loops, no chord plugins or AI. So the breakdowns must be, I'm doing computer music, but it sounds like real instruments part.
That'll be a fun one.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see how the enemy team goes about that.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of turns around that. And that's day 1. This is the first 24 hours. And then tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we go into a live stage 2 of the war. You could call
another left hook.
You could call it Battle of the Bulge if you want, because we're definitely, we're D-Day landing in there, son.
This was a random one they just threw in.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting because they're only giving us 5 minutes per sound.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that is
they're not
going
to be the most complex sounds.
Right. Make a sub drop.
Right. So there's 3 rounds. Both teams pick 1 player for each round. Player can only choose can only be chosen once. 5 minute to recreate a given sound. So who knows what that's going to be? Bleeps and bloops, a bass sound,
Yeah,
a wisp.
I wish I could send in a sound. Some like fucked up glurpy weirdness. See how close people
That'd be
can get
so
in 5
annoying.
minutes.
I'd be
Yeah,
so
wouldn't it be?
I'd be so annoyed. I mean, actually, I'm grateful if there's like a glurpy sound. It's like I just send Austin. You know,
Yep.
it'll be all
Volunteers
right.
tribute.
So judging the competition, we have Abis or Abbas. He is the master and commander of Divided, the label. He's also a producer and DJ in his own right.
It's just fucking crazy that he was down to judge this.
I know, he's
Shout
a
out,
don.
dude. We
Shout out.
appreciate that.
And then we
He's
got
the homie.
We got Sorza, who's one half of I forgot what they said.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I
I
thought
didn't know the
But he's a destroyer.
people.
And
He was the guy who's secretly Marshmallow, right?
yeah, that's
I think
exactly
so,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then chat will also have like a couple points to spend.
Yep.
Full Metal says, "Wait, can you start over?"
hope-
Depends.
lot.
Start over where?
Oh,
That's a
what's up,
lot.
Full Metal?
Thanks
What's
for
up,
hopping
buddy?
in the chat earlier, Full. Let's go.
Yeah, it was fun to see you in the Don Kong stream.
Oh yeah, 2 bonus points for chat vote.
Yeah. Which
Um,
hopefully they're not jerks about it and they don't vote for the home team.
Well, that's
They
why
will.
we.
They're gonna
That's
get
why we got to
all
have a
the
lead.
votes in
We
chat.
got we have to have a 3-point lead. So even if the chat gets 2 points, we still win.
Or we just get all of our friends and family in chat and just dominate them. And
Right.
we're playing fair.
Yeah, that's to you guys in chat. You got to come in the chat tomorrow and vote.
Come in the chat. Come on the
I
chat.
can't tell if you guys are joking in chat right now. If you want me to actually explain it, or if you can just read or not.
Damn.
I don't know. I'm assuming they're being sarcastic, but maybe not.
Let me pull up
It's just a
chat.
beat battle, 3 different drops, 2 breakdowns. Each drop has to sound like a specific artist, and it's graded on how close to the sound of
Right.
the actual artist that you get. And then, yeah, we're going to go head to head against their team,
Yep.
who's all doing
Right.
it as well.
And
So-
we were
is
challenged
wild.
by Don Kong, if you guys know them, which I'm sure you
Right.
do.
So yeah, the 3 drops we have to try and recreate. 1 drop has to be in Knock 2 style. Another drop has to be in Space Laces style, and another one has to be in Mr. Wazo style. So
Yeah.
those are the 1, 2, and 3 you see over here, up here.
It's been very interesting so far.
Yeah. So we've already been at it for 6.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
5.5.
We got our intro build and first drop
Yeah,
basically
so we're-
done, at least sketched out solidly.
Yeah, we're working our way through this. I have high hopes.
Honestly,
I
yeah.
think I think we got this shit in the bag, but we'll see.
I think we instantly have an advantage. Just 1, all knowing each other. 2, 5 of our team is in the same house. Oh no, 6. So we can instantly just communicate that way and flesh ideas off of each other. Whereas the other team, like, we don't know how many of those guys know each other or are in the same time zone, or like, I don't know. It's a little more chaos for them to organize, I feel, compared to us.
Right?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. I mean, they're all just sitting there on Discord, I assume,
Right.
fucking around.
Right. The one thing they have advantage of, I guess, is they're all young together.
They're collectively like 17.
I mean, we assume, right?
I know one
Right.
of the kids is 17. What was that?
It was my headphones. They flew out of my pocket.
Oh, nice.
The judges are Abis. I don't know. He's the guy who runs Divided, the record label. He's also like a producer and DJ. And then there's Sorza, who's an absolute destroyer.
And is secretly Marshmallow.
I don't think that's true, but
It might be.
it could be. You never know.
You never know.
Still, we're going there.
Yeah.
I could be Marshmallow, guys.
Yeah.
I am.
It's not .com. It's Caleb.
It's me the whole time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we have 2 sponsors.
which still blows my mind.
What is the X one? Is it Synth?
Synth, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
X, Y, and TH, like synth, but with an X.
Yep.
They're giving away a plugin, and Minimal Audio is also giving away a plugin.
So
to
it's
the winners.
Chroma or like what
Another
Rift or
Chroma.
something.
Riff.
You can spend $49 at their
Right,
shop,
right.
So
Which
it's-
probably
that's what-
buys you like a half of a plugin.
right,
Yeah.
right.
which still.
Some
No, I don't-
little
I
guy-
don't
it's still
actually know.
sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really care about the Chroma thing, but
I do.
I might try and figure out how to break it if I do get it. Like, that's basically what I want to do.
I've heard
You know
a
what
lot
would be dope is if these companies were like, here, we will give everybody these, and you have to use them in your working on the
Right,
song.
right.
Shit. Yeah.
That would have
would be
been way
sauce.
more like promotional,
yeah.
if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like a prize, but like a way for them to promote their own shit.
Well, in a few seasons of UBL, the United Base League,
Right.
maybe they have a little more leeway
Right.
when it starts really getting attention.
Yep. And the better ideas, you know.
Yep,
Right, we
yep.
get
Because
the
over
whole
time.
thing honed in and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Kinda
it doesn't
crazy?
feel like it's ours at all.
Yeah. Right.
Feels like it's theirs,
Yeah.
the league.
Yeah.
But if we win, we'll have
yeah, we
some shit.
I don't think we get the league.
Yeah.
No.
But I bet you they're more than happy for us to like be a part of it. In
yeah, and I don't
background
think
ways.
they're gonna not say that we didn't have anything to do with it.
Right. Right.
I don't think they'd be like, no, we came up with it on our own. Like, no, you declared war, and then we were like, we should do a competition.
Here's a bunch
Right.
of ideas for it. Here's some
But
artwork,
you know, it
here's
was
some
a
style.
collaborative.
It's a very fun
Collaborative,
idea,
yeah.
and I hope they keep doing it. It'll be
And,
awesome.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
this
like
is huge.
we were number 1, which is amazing. Like that's
first.
just the very first one.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Season number 1, dude.
And when we win the very first one, that's just we're cemented in legendary status.
right, it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even seem like there's defending of titles. Whoever wins just judges the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like sick, just clout on clout.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So basically, we just have to win, guys. So
It would be interesting. Like at some point, I would love to see like the Vision versus Disciple type thing, like
right,
the huge guys.
like a bunch of heavy hitters.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
making some Britney Spears, Daft Punk.
yeah,
And,
make some like
eliminate-
weird.
If they did
yeah,
like some smaller teams, maybe they could do some shit like that.
Right.
I imagine people like that are too busy.
right. Oh yeah, for sure.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this
about
is this is for the lower echelon of
And
producers.
so
No
that's what I
offense
was
to
gonna say.
ourselves. but-
Yeah. Also, I hope it doesn't get to that level because it's kind of cooler that it's like smaller crews and smaller people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
right.
that's what it seems like an underground thing more so.
right. It's like the internet communities.
Right.
Right. It's something for us here on Twitch and
Yeah.
on Discord and stuff like that. It's not for like the going out and seeing shows and shit like that.
Mhm.
You know, it's not for the people who would normally listen to our tunes. It's for the producers.
Or maybe like what they could do is they could have like a special guest and then they just get like one person from Noisy on one team and one person from Disciple on the other team. Like if one of the dudes is
that
down,
or
because I
just
bet
the
you,
judges. The judges
or
just
just the
get
judges.
bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes way more sense for them to be judges. Yeah.
Right, right. The judges just get huge, and then at some point, well, yeah. I mean, it depends on if they keep the winner becomes the next judge. Although maybe they'll just you get one of your points as a judge, and then they're still doing another judge that they appoint.
Mhm.
Who knows?
I mean, it definitely doesn't make sense to not have the winning team face the next.
Right.
You would think,
That's how
Like-
I kind of see it.
like, if I'm coming into the tournament and I'm facing the team that just lost, I'll be like, what? Why? Why are
Well,
we playing the people that lost?
I think
Right,
it's just two new
right.
teams.
hopefully,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it's just win or lose, and then maybe later on that team can come back and try again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And then
seems
you could
like
get-
it could be hard to find enough people to keep that going.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Right.
I agree.
It'll be like a once a year kind of thing.
We're
until
pretty
it-
niche group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, there's a couple like different producer communities
Totally.
here on Twitch, like
Mhm.
Like
the Whittler
you suck
crew.
at producing
Whittler crew.
or
Yeah,
something
you
like
suck at
that.
You said
Producing.
producing.
Mr. Bills.
I was gonna say Bill. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
There's a few.
Kenny Beats even, although he's pretty mainstreamy.
They're like, make big room.
And
Right.
everyone's
All
like,
you
what is
hip hop
big room?
producers. We're a little bit like that right now. We're making a bunch of shit we don't actually particularly try to make.
Yeah.
Typically, for
Yeah.
the most of us anyway. A couple of us kind of lean in that direction, but it's a little weird that way because it's like I'm not really gonna get much artistic expression in on this.
Yeah, it's not for that. It's like testing our metal
Skills of
of just
making
producing.
generic shit.
Yeah, yeah. How good are your ears?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How good are your ears? Can you your ears and your chops of like writing melodies and all sorts of things? But it's pretty cool how the teams are split. It allows for a lot of group think, which is fun.
It's good practice.
Also, I don't think I told you guys this yet, but the reason it's kind of a 10v10 is because I kind of typoed during our first conversation with Don Kong. He was like, "How many guys are in your crew?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, there's 3 main guys, and then there's like 4 other homies that are pretty close." And in my mind, I was like, "Oh yeah, so it's like 7 people total." But the way I typed it out was like, "There's 3 main homies, and then 7 people." Also,
All right.
that we hang out with, because I don't know, my mind just like mixed up the numbers.
Right.
But yeah, so then he was like, "Oh, 10 people, okay." And I was like,
Right,
"Oh wait,
right.
fuck, I fucked up."
Right.
I like that we're just immediately like if you hear that from the other end, you should be like, all right, we're gonna do 5 or something like
Yeah.
that,
Right,
you know, because usually everybody's not just available and down
Yeah,
for whatever. Although everybody was.
yeah. Like
Yeah, you make
80% of our team was or is available. At least
Yeah.
they're like getting off work now. But yeah, the other percent was
Yeah, it's
like
a
good.
unique moment. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is weird. Like, why didn't they just pick like Saturday though? Like, I get that their stream schedule is a Wednesday, but like for the UBL,
They're probably
come on,
busy.
guys. You think so?
Probably got shows and shit.
Yeah, maybe they're busy. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't see them
Yeah.
playing out much, but
and it is all online, so it's like, what do we need to schedule for other than like, I mean, to be fair, like there was plenty of notice for people to get the days off.
That is true.
You
They
know.
had like a little over a month, right?
Right. I mean, there's Kyle who just like has a thing where he has to be at work on this Wednesday of the month. You know, there's nothing he can do about that. But for the most part, like everybody was
yeah,
given plenty of
a
time.
good, a little less,
like
little
3
more
weeks.
than half of us took the day off.
Yeah.
Or like something like half.
I took the day off.
But yeah, you did
You did take
from
the
your
day.
hard regular
Yeah.
job.
For my coal mining job.
Yeah,
He mines coal, folks.
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. We had the time ahead, but we didn't have an idea of needing to take the time off because we didn't realize there's going to be a challenge on the day of. We were just thinking we need to have songs ready
Yeah.
by the time the next stream happens or whenever they say. So, I mean, I was definitely telling people, no, you don't have to take the day off. If you need to work.
Well,
Obviously.
sure, but I mean, they did make it pretty known that it was a 24-hour
Right.
battle by
Yeah.
the end of the stream.
Yeah.
They had like figured that out. So
Yeah, but that doesn't mean everybody's got to be around.
no, but it's
Because we were making
It
beats
implies-
each in our head.
right. But still, if you want to do your best, take the day off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I wanted to because I'm invested in
Right.
our community.
That's what I'm.
Very much so.
That's
But
exactly
for
what I'm
my
talking about.
friends, I don't expect them to like
Yeah.
feel like they
No.
need to take the day off to, you know,
No.
To participate.
doing like
yeah.
spend 5 to 8 hours on a beat and giving it a shot would have been just fine.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, it's a little easier in a lot of ways. We all get to just pitch in on a beat instead of everybody's got to create a full beat. But
Right. Which is different.
we just didn't know we needed to be there. We needed to have like our full team around for the stream.
right the whole day.
Yeah.
Right. But I guess you got to go through those growing pains. It is UBL 1.
Right. It's the first one.
Yeah.
And
they'll figure it
they
out.
wanted for some reason to
Streamline
keep
it.
the rules secret until they could have released the rules the day before.
Even
to
day
let us,
before, yeah,
kind of be like,
kinda nice.
oh, okay, this is what's going to happen, and then he explains them the next day.
Yeah,
But
Yeah. You could give some of the rules up front.
yeah,
It doesn't need to be like a full thing, but just like we're gonna do challenges on this day. It's gonna be a team.
it's gonna be a team
thing.
event.
So be prepared for that.
Yeah,
You know.
and then the way you could bypass anyone cheating would be like the way they did it, where they had the wheel spin. Like now you have to make it in this genre. So if somebody
Yep.
like, not that anyone really would cheat, like I really doubt that.
in terms of pre-making something?
Yeah, pre-making,
Sure.
but it does bypass that.
Yeah, I wish they would have had let us vote on what songs we wanted to make it in
same.
the style of.
Oh,
Like everybody
that,
put in names in the hat, and then they just choose 3 random ones that everybody put in.
That would have been sick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, then you're going to get some trolls, but I mean, if it's too trolly, just pick a new one. Like,
Yeah.
whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Like, if it turns out
Yeah.
Barney, you're like, okay, well, not Barney, obviously. So,
Not Barney.
I love you. You love me. Conspiracy. Indeed, Full Metal.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's just learning lessons.
Yep.
We're just chatting it up, talking about ideas for
Yeah.
how to go about things.
Yeah.
It's a really good. They're doing a great job setting it up.
I
Right.
don't
So far.
agree, but it's all right. I'm kidding.
I do like how randomly seriously they did take this. Like I was just expecting like a very little, like just
Yeah.
community. Like I don't even know what I expected. Honestly,
I
but-
sensed that they wanted to like go hard, but I was like, how are you going to go hard?
Mhm.
And that's why I was kind of bummed that they didn't like reveal anything until today. And it's like,
Mm.
okay, all right,
Mhm.
I see why you guys have all these fun ideas in your head
Yeah. Yeah.
about how you want it to go.
Yeah.
And they were doing.
I mean,
some-
honestly, thank God it's 24 hours. So like none of us are just like wasting weeks
Mm.
like trying to make this
Oh
like
my God,
crazy accurate fucking thing. It's like, no,
Yeah.
just make it as close as you can in these fucking, in all reality, the 16 hours you have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, good luck.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot to do.
Yeah. The 3 drops is a little interesting.
It is
2, I feel like would have worked just fine.
Yeah. I do kind of like the 3 though, because at least like personally, it's getting me not out of my comfort zone, but all of my songs are typically 2 drops, if not 1 these days. I don't
Sure.
think I've ever even done a
I love
3
one,
drop
yeah.
song. So that's kind of fun for me. I'm like, oh, I get to mix it up.
Right.
Except for our
Yeah.
fucking Crazy Frog song I'm making with John. There's fucking a million drops in that.
Sure.
Because we were just
Well,
like, yeah, we're just sitting
could,
it.
You could just
Crazy
call that
Frog.
1 drop, you know,
Yeah.
just with a bunch of little breaks.
Yeah. That's
full-
what it is.
Full Metal wants to know who's doing what. So on
Oh, yeah, what are the
drums, we have Aeon Voyage, Kyle, and Slamedo, who's been, I guess, they've both been guests on the pod
Recently.
Yep.
recently. Yeah, true. On bass, we have Restraint, who was
Restrainte.
just on the pod last week, and
Back left.
Back Left, who was recently on the pod as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then on harmonies, we have Worn In,
Our boy.
who's also been on. Everybody's been on the pod.
Yeah. Literally everyone.
And Any Heights, who you guys recognize as well. And
Yeah.
then
Been on the pod the most times of anyone.
right,
I think it was
Shout out
14
Andy Heights.
is what we counted.
you met Slamedo before. Let's go.
Oh,
Big ups.
hell yeah.
He's doing our drums.
Dude, he's the man.
Restraint, secret weapon. Yeah, I know, right? And then
Right.
on harmonies, yeah, we have Worn In and Any Heights. Arrangement, we have this guy right here,
Asian Adele.
Asian Adele, Ass Nadel,
Ass Nadel.
and Von Klaus,
Ass Needle.
also known as AC,
AC.
who's
Also been on the pod.
yeah. I wasn't gonna say it again, but there we go. It's so hard not to, because you want to like pump up everyone. Like, oh, he's been on the pod,
Yeah, go watch the episode,
but
dude.
everyone. Okay, and then in the all-arounder slots, we have me and Dave, who are the only 2 who work in Bitwig. So that's kind of why we framed it that way, so we can just make literally anything, because we're allowed to make the drums, we're allowed to make basses, we're allowed to arrange, we're allowed to do whatever as the all-arounder group.
Mm-hmm.
So being a
Yeah,
bit
so
weak,
basically
we
we're
can
just going
do
to
whatever.
replace all the sounds with our own sounds.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning it's going to be an
Tomorrow.
entire new song.
Rewrite the riffs and everything. Yeah.
It's gonna.
We're allowed to do whatever we want, okay?
Yeah, I just made a whole new song.
Also, I didn't want to do the Knock 2 style, so I went with Big Room.
No. How ridiculous would it
It
be if
basically
me
is
and
Big
Dave?
Room.
I know. I should have picked a different genre.
If me and Dave just made an entirely new song,
Yeah.
that was like better in every way, and it was just like, it's like we could do everything. We were allowed to do everything, so we just made a whole new one. That'd be so ridiculous.
Do it.
And if you did it
yes.
in like the 4 hours tomorrow and it was better, I'd be like, damn, okay.
Right.
You know what?
The
You got
time
me a
limit.
free plugin, so cool.
The time limit is 24 hours. It started at 1 Mountain Standard Time. So
Yeah.
we have until tomorrow at 1. It is currently 8 o'clock.
I feel just fucking like, oh, get you done, like,
Good.
almost like too, like wound up. Like I need to
Oh.
just like breathe for a sec, which is nice that we actually took this break
Right.
because I get to be like,
And-
oh, okay,
and
they can do stuff
and
for
step
a sec.
away.
And step away, yeah. Come back with fresh
Yeah.
ears. It does make me wish I would have done more with the second and third drop, but there wasn't really anything to do with it. So
What do you mean? It's not done yet.
yeah.
You mean
Well,
before?
I mean, just like coming back with fresh ears, it would have been nice.
Oh,
Like
I see.
if there was more laid out, and I could be like, oh,
well,
okay,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, it is what it is.
Excuse me,
no time
li-
limit for the track.
Nope, time limit. No time limit
Mm-hmm.
for the track, and no,
That's why we're going 17-minute track, baby.
and there's no rules on vocals either, which is funny because it's all dude teams, and any vocals that are on any of those kind of people's tracks are all chicks.
Right, right.
Although I did put in the Vox folder, I added a Vox folder and I threw in some hey yeah.
I saw that.
yeah.
I put one in.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. I added a couple of those.
Yeah, I got one of yours and then one of Dave's.
Oh, he added
chants
one
that he
too.
threw in,
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's
It's
go.
it's a perfect drop, like up,
Sick.
like joyridey kind of. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's go.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, because nobody's got chicks hanging around that have vocal abilities ready to rock at any given moment.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
a little weird. Yeah, they said no using splice,
Right.
so
And no using loops.
I assume we can't use splice vocals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So therefore, nobody else can do that. So then,
Right. If they come up with a chick vocal that's good, I'll be like,
Yeah.
is that
Right.
your mom or something?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
well done.
somebody
I guess.
might know
Imagine.
someone
Yeah, I guess.
that they can pay to like do a little quick sing.
Or
for
Fiverr.
Dude.
Maybe they're gonna Fiverr
Oh, that's actually. Yo, I need this in like 5 hours.
it up. Right.
No,
Here's $40.
2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's a
I need
bummer.
this immediately.
Yeah, it's a bummer for us because like we're gonna be asleep during their like working times. Or
Yeah.
as I am.
If they're all actually, for some reason in my head, I'm just assuming they're all in Germany, but like.
They're
very
kind of
possible
all.
that
A
they're
lot of
not.
them are
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
kind of over the place.
straying about a little bit.
But it's like if we were all in America, it's just the other side of the globe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have all day, whereas we have half a
Night
day
and
and half a day, which could have some benefits to that because we get
Well, they-
fresh ears and
they get a-
sleep.
They get
Yeah,
a sliver
yeah.
of a day and then a bigger chunk of the day.
Right.
Because they had from 8
Yeah.
o'clock basically.
Yeah, they'll
on.
probably work until midnight or 4 in the morning or something.
Right. There's going to be some of them who are
Right, and
just
then
like, I'm
wake up
powering
at
through.
2 o'clock. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
And then they have 6 more
We'll see.
hours.
I'm going to go to bed at a normal time, wake up at a decent time.
And then you guys can be the morning shift.
It's the only way I know how to operate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'll get good things done if I do that.
Nice.
So, and I'm already kind of sleepy, so I don't think it's going to be difficult for me to just pass out when the time comes.
Right. Yeah.
It is weird though. Like, so I got the arrangement position, and at first I was like, oh, okay, like there's not much I'm gonna be able to do with the track. But then now, like actually working on it, it seems
You're
like,
like, oh, I'm doing everything in
this
the
is
track.
like
You basically
one of the
writing
most
the track.
important. Yeah,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
kind of
it's a
thought
lot
about
of pressure.
that. When I was like looking at all the jobs, I was like, what is the arranger going to do?
I know, yeah.
And
Because
then
in
you're
my
like,
head, I was just like, people are gonna give us loops, and we just place the loop, and I was like, okay, I guess that's it. Like maybe I can do some filter automation, but then no, like you can play and like you're writing all the motifs, and
Right. You're
everyone's just giving you the sounds.
right, but you don't forget that arranging can come all the way down to like arranging the melody. So if like Victor or AT gives you like a chord progression or a melody line, you can just take that as the notes and then rewrite it however you want, because you can arrange that. You're arranging the melody.
Oh, he's doing that.
They gave you the chords. Now write it. I just don't want you to feel like you're hamstrung.
Right. And I
I
did it first, but like after we all talked about it, I was like, oh yeah, of course. Like that is
and
the
I think-
arranger job.
I think everybody's got a little bit of leeway too. Like the bass sound design can like he could probably make some low end pad stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Oh,
there's
like
kind
a
of-
Reese.
or just like a pad that's really deep, like an atmospheric pad. Like
Yeah. Also,
there's
like
leeway.
mid basses and shit.
yeah.
There's plenty of high end bass stuff.
Right. He just can't make anything transient heavy.
It's like
Yeah.
like
you,
a drum.
yeah. The job is you can't make anything above like 200 or something like that.
Hilarious. Dude, no,
Like-
you split it up frequency spectrum wise. Two dudes have like 30 and below. Two
Jesus.
dudes have like 300 to.
Dude,
Oh
that
my
would
God.
suck to be
That
the guy
would
who
be
gets like 2K to 6K.
insane.
That'd be
That's all you get
gross.
to work with.
How would you make that work? That'd be so difficult.
That would be a challenge. That one you get like 3 days just because it's so ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, you just
That would be a crazy challenge though. That'd be fun for just like us to try dicking around at some point. Like
Yeah.
we could even just divide it into like low, mid, high.
I feel like what I would do in Bitwig, since I have a spectral split, is I would just write with a spectral split on my master that's just cutting everything from like 2K up or whatever. So I'm still just writing in that area, but that's all I can hear. I'm still kind of writing whatever. It's just I hear this little pocket.
Have you guys did you do that thing as a kid where you'd fold a piece of paper into 3 and someone would like draw a head and then someone else would draw a body and someone else would draw legs?
You
And it would turn out into some stupid ass like creature person thing.
Right.
yeah.
That's what the song would be.
right,
More or less.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
would be insane.
You'd have to have
It
some
would
way to
sound
like.
so crazy.
Sounds so weird, right? It could be cool though. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I would just write a thing. Well, one person would have to go first
Correct.
because
you'd have to build off
everybody
one
else
another.
has to
You'd have to build
follow
up
that.
one another.
So I would just make if I was first, I'd just make something and then
right.
just solo the bottom
Right.
end.
This is a normal
like,
track that I
there's
just
the
put.
bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I would do that. Once I got that, I would do the same thing again. I would just like mute the low end and just make a beat on it.
And then, yeah,
And then solo the mids. There
Oh,
you go.
there's-
There's your mids. That would be weird.
it would be
It'd
weird.
So weird. It's a fun.
Yeah, you could do that on your own.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Hey, everybody.
you don't need us, guys.
You don't need even friends. You
You
can
don't
do
need-
it on your own.
True.
You
You
could
don't need
just
a
go for it. Make a beat, then just solo the lows up to 300
Whatever.
or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you get to choose. You're
up to
doing
you.
it on your own.
Yep.
And then you print that, and then you start again and make a beat that's supposed to match that.
Yep.
And then
Do
solo
it
the
again.
mids.
And move on to the
Yeah.
high mids.
We're going low mids, high mids.
I don't know.
Mid-mids.
Insane.
I'm just goofing around at this point. See you later, Full Metal. Signing off.
Oh, Full Metal's out. Later, homie. Thanks for being here.
We could keep this stream pretty short because we got to get back to war,
I
folks.
think we're going to do that.
I know this is basically consisted of us explaining the war, but it's a documentation we needed to have. Episode 150 is a good excuse for that.
Oh, it really is. This is 150?
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, a little anticlimactic.
We'll give you a little bit of a hint. Our second drop will be at 150.
It will be.
It's true. Oh yeah, we're doing tempo changes.
Don't tell them too much.
Oh, they're not listening.
No, there's nobody in here. Folks, we love you guys. We're going to sign off as well.
Yep.
And we're going to get back to the war. We got the front to get to.
That's right.
We might clip a bunch of shit into a video and put it out. We'll see. If not, I think Don Kong will, and we'll link that bad boy when that happens.
Yep.
But for the most part, folks, we'll see you guys next week.
Later, everybody.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.